have you ever walked into a room and felt eyes on you? That quiet moment where you know someone noticed your presence before you even said a word, that tiny spark of awareness that makes your heart beat just a little faster. Here's the truth. When a man first sees a woman, his brain reacts before his logic ever gets a chance to catch up. His eyes are drawn instantly, not by choice, but by instinct. And yes, there are certain body parts he notices first, but what might surprise you is why he notices them, because it's not always about physical attraction. Sometimes it's about the subtle signals those features give off, the ones that whisper confidence, grace, and emotional warmth. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, oh great, another guy talking about what men look at, hear me out. This isn't about objectification. It's about connection. It's about understanding how men's psychology works so you can see the power you already have and maybe start owning it a little more boldly. Because here's the fascinating thing: men don't consciously decide to look. Their attention is guided by emotion. Their eyes are trying to read your story, to understand your energy, your confidence, and your openness long before they even know your name. Imagine this: you walk past a man and without a word, something about you makes him stop for just a moment. He can't explain it, but he feels something. It's not about the dress you're wearing or the lipstick shade. It's about your presence, the way you carry yourself, the way your energy fills the space around you. That's what catches his attention first and keeps it. So today I'm going to break down the 3 body parts men notice first. And no, it's not what you think. I'll show you what each one reveals about your personality, your inner confidence, and your energy as a woman. And by the end, you'll see that the real power doesn't lie in what he's looking at, but in how you make him feel when he does. Stay with me, because this might just change the way you see yourself and the way he sees you forever. They say the eyes are the window to the soul, and that's not just poetic talk. When a man first sees a woman, the very first thing his eyes naturally gravitate toward is hers. The eyes are magnetic. They're emotional. They're honest in a way words could never be. Before you speak, before you move, before you even smile, your eyes are already communicating 1,000 things about you: your confidence, your warmth, your curiosity, your openness. And ladies, here's the truth: men notice that deeply. It's not about the color of your eyes or how long your lashes are or whether you're wearing makeup. It's about the energy they project. When a woman looks at a man with soft confidence, that effortless, calm kind of gaze, it hits him on an emotional level he can't even explain. It tells him she's not afraid to be seen. She's not hiding behind pretense. She's present. And presence is one of the most powerful forms of attraction in the world. When a man catches your gaze, there's a split second where something primal happens. It's like an emotional handshake. His subconscious feels your energy before his mind even processes your beauty. If your eyes show kindness, confidence, or mystery, he feels it instantly. Think about the last time you locked eyes with someone across a crowded room. That tiny pause, that invisible spark, that heartbeat of tension, that's the magic of eye contact. It's not about seduction, it's about connection. Men crave that connection because deep down, they want to feel something real. And nothing feels more real than a woman who isn't afraid to meet your gaze and hold it for just a moment longer than expected. That's where attraction begins, in silence, in stillness, in eye contact that says, I see you. But here's what most women get wrong. They think confidence has to be loud, bold, or dramatic. In truth, confidence often whispers. It lives in the way you make eye contact without flinching, without overdoing it, without trying too hard. It's in the calm steadiness of your gaze that says, I'm not here to impress you. I'm just here as me. That subtle authenticity is intoxicating, because when a woman's eyes radiate genuine emotion, joy, curiosity, warmth, it pulls a man in like gravity. It's not something he can control. It's something he feels. Men are visual creatures, yes, but they're also emotional detectors. They look into your eyes to find clues. Is she kind? Is she confident? Is she open or guarded? Your eyes answer all those questions before you've even opened your mouth. And that's why some women are unforgettable, not because of their physical perfection, but because of the way they make you feel seen, understood, and at ease. So the next time you're talking to someone, don't shy away. Look, really look. Meet his gaze with calm confidence. You don't need to hold it too long, just long enough to let him know you're comfortable being you. A gentle smile with soft eye contact is far more powerful than any dramatic pose or flirty gesture because it's honest. And honesty, especially through your eyes, creates instant chemistry. Remember, your eyes aren't just a feature, they're your emotional voice. They can say, I'm strong, I'm interested, or I'm completely at peace in my own skin, all without a single word. So if you ever wonder what he's noticing first, know this, it's not just your beauty, it's your energy reflected right there in your eyes. And that, more than anything else, is what truly makes a man stop and think, there's something special about her. If your eyes draw him in, it's your smile that keeps him there. There's something almost disarming about a woman's smile. It's one of the few things that can melt away walls faster than words ever could. When a man sees a woman smile genuinely, his brain reacts in an instant. Science shows that men are neurologically wired to respond to smiles. It lights up the same parts of the brain that activate when they feel joy or comfort. But here's what most people don't realize. Your smile isn't just a reaction. It's an invitation. It's your way of telling the world, I'm open, I'm comfortable, I'm enjoying this moment. And for a man that's magnetic, he's not drawn to perfection. He's drawn to emotion. A real, authentic smile tells him more about you than an entire conversation could. It tells him you're approachable. It tells him you're confident without being intimidating. It tells him you have lightness in your spirit, that beautiful mix of warmth and playfulness that makes him feel at ease just by being around you. Men may be visual, but what truly captivates them isn't symmetry or flawless teeth. It's the energy behind your smile. That moment when you laugh with your whole face, when your eyes crease a little, when your body language softens, that's the moment that feels real. That's what men remember. Because here's the truth. A smile is emotional permission. When you smile at someone, you're saying, it's okay to approach me. It's safe to be yourself here. And that's powerful. Most men live in a world where they're constantly told to be tough, to stay in control, to never show vulnerability. But when a woman smiles at him genuinely, warmly, playfully, she gives him a small moment of emotional safety. He feels seen, accepted, and even understood. And that safety, that's one of the most seductive feelings in the world. Now, the difference between a forced smile and a genuine one is everything. A forced smile says, I'm trying to be liked. A genuine one says, I already like myself. That self-acceptance is irresistible. When you're smiling from a place of confidence, it doesn't look like you're performing. It looks like you're radiating. It's the difference between chasing validation and embodying joy. And trust me, men can feel the difference. A confident smile also signals emotional maturity. It tells him you can enjoy life, that you don't take things too seriously, that you have balance. A woman who can smile at herself, laugh at the small things, and bring positive energy into a room is the kind of woman who stands out in a world full of seriousness and self-consciousness. Because joy is rare, warmth is rare. And when a man finds it, it leaves an impression that's hard to forget. So next time you catch yourself worrying about your looks, your outfit, or your hair, stop and remember this, none of it compares to the power of your genuine smile. It's the emotional bridge between two people. It's how you shift the energy in the room without saying a single word. A woman who smiles with ease doesn't need validation. She creates it. She becomes the emotional leader, the one who makes others feel good just by being herself. And that's what men truly crave, not perfection, not performance, but presence. That soft, confident, radiant smile that says, I'm happy in my own skin. When a man sees that, not a fake grin, not a flirty pose, but a real expression of joy, it triggers something deep inside him. He's not just attracted, he's moved. Because for the first time, he's not looking at beauty. He's feeling it. When a man looks at a woman, one of the first things he subconsciously picks up on, often before he even realizes it, is her posture. The way you carry yourself speaks volumes before you ever open your mouth. It tells him everything he needs to know about your confidence, your presence, and your energy. Posture isn't just physical, it's emotional body language. It's how your inner world expresses itself through movement. A woman who stands tall, shoulders relaxed, chin slightly lifted, moves with calm assurance. That woman radiates confidence without needing to say a word. It's not arrogance, it's quiet power. It's the kind of energy that says, I know who I am and I'm comfortable in it. And for a man, that's intoxicating. Men are instinctively drawn to women who carry themselves with self-respect. It's not about having a perfect body. It's about owning the one you have. A woman who walks into a room with her head held high and her movements deliberate sends a powerful message. She values herself. She doesn't rush. She doesn't shrink. She doesn't apologize for existing. That calm, grounded energy creates presence, the kind that makes heads turn not because she's loud, but because she's aligned. Her body language says, I belong here. And that unspoken confidence can be more seductive than anything she's wearing. Think about the women who capture attention effortlessly. The ones you notice even before they speak. They're not always the tallest or the most glamorous, but they move with purpose. Every step, every turn, every subtle gesture feels intentional. They glide instead of fidgeting. They command the space instead of competing for it. That's posture. That's self-assurance in motion. Men feel it instantly. Even if they can't describe it, their subconscious reads it as she's secure, she's high value, because posture isn't just about how you stand. It's about how you feel about yourself while standing. And here's where it gets deeper. Your posture doesn't just affect how he perceives you. It affects how you perceive yourself. When you sit up straight, shoulders back, chest open, your brain actually releases chemicals that boost confidence and lower stress. You literally become what you project. That's why confidence isn't something you fake. It's something you embody. And once you do, people respond differently. Men sense that you don't need validation. And ironically, that's what makes them want your attention even more. Now, let's be real. Posture isn't about walking like a model or posing like an influencer. True posture comes from being comfortable in your skin. It's the way you move when you're not overthinking. It's how you walk when you know you're enough. You don't need to exaggerate your sway or perfect your angles. You just need to move with grace and self-trust. That subtle combination of poise and ease is incredibly alluring. When a man sees a woman with that kind of posture, calm, grounded, unapologetic, it tells him something powerful. She doesn't chase attention. She attracts it. She's not trying to prove anything. She's simply existing in her feminine energy, and that alone draws people in. It's like gravity, quiet but impossible to resist. So the next time you catch yourself shrinking into your phone, crossing your arms or folding into the background, remind yourself your body tells your story before your words ever can. Straighten up, relax your shoulders, breathe deeply, move slowly. Let your posture whisper confidence. Because when you move with self-assurance, every room you walk into feels your presence. And every man who sees you feels that unspoken power that says, she's different. Not because she's trying, but because she knows. If your eyes and smile draw him in and your posture holds his attention, then your voice is what wraps around his mind and stays there long after you're gone. Your voice is one of the most powerful, underestimated tools of attraction. Because it's not just something he hears, it's something he feels. A man might not remember every word you said, but he'll remember how you made him feel when you spoke. And that's the secret most women don't realize. Your tone, your rhythm, your pace, and your softness carry emotional weight. Your voice can be warm like a slow fire or chaotic like noise. It can invite him closer or push him away. When you speak with calm confidence and feminine energy, your words create an atmosphere that feels safe, intriguing, and magnetic all at once. The men are naturally responsive to tone, not because they're analyzing it, but because their subconscious reads emotion through sound. A soft, grounded tone instantly relaxes him. It tells him you're safe to be yourself here. When you speak too fast, too high, or too forcefully, it can signal tension or nervousness. But when you slow down, when your voice flows naturally, it communicates control. It says, I'm not rushing to be heard. I know you're listening. And that quiet confidence is incredibly seductive. A woman who owns her tone owns the room. Think about it. Your voice carries your emotions like waves. A playful lilt when you're teasing him, a soft whisper when you're sincere, a calm steadiness when you're confident. These nuances speak volumes. Men pick up on them instantly, even when they don't realize it. A woman who can shift between playful and grounded tones effortlessly becomes unforgettable because she makes a man feel a range of emotions. And emotional variety is the foundation of attraction. It keeps things exciting, unpredictable, and deeply human. Your voice doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be authentic. Don't try to sound sexy. Be relaxed. Don't force charm. Be intentional. When you speak from a place of genuine ease, your natural femininity does the rest. The real power isn't in trying to sound alluring. It's in being present. When you're emotionally connected to what you're saying, your tone naturally becomes more expressive, more magnetic. Men aren't looking for perfection. They're looking for presence. Another thing that most women don't realize is how much silence amplifies your voice. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is pause. Let your words breathe. That little moment of quiet creates anticipation. It gives him time to feel your words instead of just hearing them. That's what makes conversations feel intimate. It's not the constant talking, it's the subtle rhythm between your words, the energy behind your pauses, the softness that draws him closer without you ever needing to raise your volume. A woman's voice can be like music, and every man has his favorite song. Some voices energize him, others calm him. But the ones that haunt him, they're the ones that feel emotionally real. When you speak with warmth, curiosity, and emotional depth, you create a sound he associates with comfort and connection. And trust me, that's a sound he never forgets. So pay attention to your tone, not because you're performing, but because it's your emotional fingerprint. The way you say his name, the way you laugh, the way you tell a story, it all lingers. When a man thinks about you later, he might not remember every detail of your face, but he'll remember the way your voice made him feel. And that's the invisible touch, the unseen connection that turns words into chemistry. Because when your voice carries confidence, calm, and warmth, you don't just speak to his ears, you speak straight to his heart. That there's a silent pressure that exists in many bedrooms, an invisible weight that both men and women can feel but rarely talk about. It's the feeling that sex has somehow turned into a performance, a test, a scene where both people are playing roles instead of truly connecting. And while men often appear confident, relaxed, and in control, deep down, many of them hate when intimacy starts to feel like a movie instead of a moment. You see, when a woman tries too hard to perform, to sound perfect, look flawless, or act in a way she thinks he'll find sexy, it can unintentionally destroy the real magic of the moment. Men can sense when something feels forced, when she's focused on how she looks rather than how she feels. And that's when he starts to disconnect emotionally, even if he doesn't say a word. Because here's the truth that most women don't realize: men crave authenticity far more than perfection. They want to feel like they're experiencing something real, raw, and unfiltered, not a scripted act where every move is rehearsed. When he sees you caught up in your own head, worrying about your body, the lighting, or how you sound, it pulls him out of his body too. Suddenly, neither of you are truly there. You're both performing for each other instead of feeling with each other. Many men secretly wish women understood that intimacy isn't about choreography, it's about chemistry. It's not about following what you saw in a movie or what a magazine said men love. It's about surrendering to the connection that's unfolding in that very moment. The best experiences happen when both partners stop trying and simply feel. When you let go of performance, you invite him to do the same. When you laugh in the middle of a clumsy move instead of pretending everything's perfect, you make him feel safe enough to relax. When you express genuine pleasure, not exaggerated, not acted, but real, you give him the greatest gift possible: validation that what you're sharing is meaningful. And here's the secret